I mean, supervision.
Obviously, I'm not asking you to recite all 57, so
Yeah.
it's totally fine.
I'm just like, oh, wow. I mean, there's only 52 weeks in a year, so I can't even think, you can't even, think about that. Like, okay, here's 57 competencies. Let me put this on my desk and try to see if I can do it in a year. I mean, that's why chief housing officers, you have to be really good at delegation and prioritizing things that you need to do, and then things that your team will be, have to do. But oh my gosh. Well, I guess I'll need a packet of that if I ever want to be a CHO.
My RA, my first year of attending university, made a strong impact on me.
Because I get to be a generalist. I really love that, my work looks different every day and that I get to help students in a variety of ways.
Always a nice feel when you would walk into the office and, working with residents, working with students. That was something that I knew that I couldn't leave and I couldn't get away from.
Becoming an RA, I realized that I like working with college students and I love being in a building atmosphere and taking care of things, even down to facilities issues as well as planning programs.
Like when I became an RA and working with my graduate hall director, really helped confirm that that was the kind of work I wanted to be doing, and I wanted to give back to students who were also learning to do that.
A thing called Stars College through ACUHO-I, and after going to that, I felt like it was the first time I'd ever been somewhere where there were 36 other undergrads who were just as excited about being an RA as I was, and that kind of sealed the deal for me.
In my kind of view of it is almost like the catch-all for everything, and it's, I'm always kind of surprised how much they know about things that are happening in my area.
They're kind of jacks of all trade, where you're seeing someone who not only should have the passion and the willingness to jump in and do everything that an RA does, everything that a desk receptionist does. They should be willing to do all those things while also being able to sit there with the vice president, with the president, and talk about the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan.
Probably does some budgetary things within the department. Emergency response, especially, and they're really teaming up with other departments on campus.
What it does is oversee the hiring of the department, and so I think they might not have a direct hand, but they work directly with people in charge of hiring and making sure hiring the best team for their staff. Oh man, I would have Googled this.
Wow, 57 is a lot.
Budgeting.
Assessment should be one of those things.
Assignments.
Supervision.
Supervision.
Obviously supervision.
Being ethical.
Vision for the department.
Advising.
So maybe dining.
Crisis control.
To have background in research.
To interact and a way to collaborate with other offices.
Having mentorship.
Being up to date with policies and those kind of legal things.
Emergency preparedness, I think, would be one.
Diversity is very important.
I think strategic planning.
Being optimistic and futuristic.
Conferences.
Things like leadership.
Kind of those larger scale, almost like business things.
They should be organized. I guess that could be a competency.
I don't think I aspire to be a CHO because I'm not sure that I'm going to be ready to give up the student interaction that I have now. I think I've seen some CHOs who really find ways to invest themselves in, different places on campus where they get that student interaction, but I think it can definitely be one of the things that has to go when other things are piling up. And so I would worry that would take away from my enjoyment of the job. I think it scares me a little bit.
I would say yes. I definitely aspire to be a CHO, that I want to stay in housing for a long period of time. I'm slightly over-ambitious in my own personal and professional development. I don't like to stay too stagnant, so I think it's a way to keep challenging myself while also giving back what I'm learning to folks that I'm working with or supervising or students that are coming into the university.
Yes, I would love to be a CHO one day. I really would. but I need to be at a school where I can ensure student interaction. For example, my Chief Housing Officer currently advises RHA, and I think that's a great way for him to get that student interaction back into his role, because that role is so administratively heavy. And so if I could still maintain student contact and within housing, I would love to be a CHO.
I would love to be a CHO and, you know, a director of housing and residence life, but at the same time, I'm the kind of person that doesn't really map out their life too much. Not to say I don't have a plan and that I don't have ambition. Obviously, I don't think I'd be in this role if I didn't. But at the same time, I kind of go where life takes me. And so I would love to stick around housing for as long as possible, but if I end up somewhere else, then that's what happens, and you know, maybe I'll end up in some other department of student affairs somewhere.